You have that bike over there, and you can go up and down the trail.
No.
You can build something in that sand over there. Maybe you were digging for dinosaur bones. You could do that.
I don't do that.
Okay, good. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for watching. For those of you who are interested in a little bit more behind the scenes information on what I did, why I did it, and some cool history behind this piece, stick around because this next bit is for you. So this piece was especially fun for me because it was a dresser that was in my family's lodge. We've had this dresser from as long as I can remember, and over the years of extremely high traffic from family members, it just got progressively worse and worse, and the worse it got, the more I was itching to refinish it. I knew that behind all that wear and tear was going to be a beautiful dresser, but I had never brought up any of my stuff. So this was the year I told myself I was going to refinish this dresser the best I could with the time that I have and make it last another generation. We were only up at the lodge about a week, but I had some family members coming at the end of the week, so I really only had a few days to finish this project. So I got to work as soon as I possibly could. The first thing I started with was scraping because I knew that the finish was already hanging on by a thread and it came off like butter. I guess butter doesn't make sense. It came off like, you get the point. It came off really quickly. Once I made it to the right side, I screwed off this thing that was there. I can only assume it was a jewelry hanger or some sort of thing to hang wet clothes on, which I'm not really sure why anyone would ever do that because it is a wood dresser. Either way, I had never seen anyone use it. So I unscrewed that out and continued scraping the side and the rest of the dresser. Again, everything came off so quickly. That was probably my most satisfying part. After I scraped everything off, there was obviously a lot of damage on the top, specifically some water damage. I'm pretty sure that someone probably left wet clothes on top of the dresser. Our lodge is right on a lake, so I'm assuming that is what happened, and it built up quite a bit of water damage. I wasn't sure if oxalic acid would get it out, but I was going to try. Oxalic acid did not take out the water damage, fully at least, but to my surprise, once I stained it, it really wasn't that noticeable and still very much usable. So I continued staining the entire dresser, and the color was really popping because at first when I scraped the dresser, it really didn't look like it was going to stain that well. It was kind of blotchy and just, I don't know if I have a video of it, but it just didn't look like it was going to stain well. Sometimes when you scrape off a dresser or you get the dresser down to its bare wood, you can just tell it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Well, this was not one of those. I wasn't sure if it was going to stain or be, at least the top, or be salvageable. So it was kind of a risk. But again, as soon as I applied on the stain, it started to look really beautiful. I was shocked at how beautiful the color was and how much the wood grain popped. I was pleasantly surprised with that. I was just happy to see it come to life again and save it from going to the landfill. Once I applied the final coat of wipe-on poly and let that dry, it was time for the final reveal, and I saved the before pictures until the very end so I could get a good glance at what it looked like before and what it looked like after. And I was so happy with the results because, again, I wasn't sure how well I could make this dresser look in the short period of time that I had, and it was gorgeous. Overall, this piece was a pretty quick flip. Again, I made it a little bit quicker than I normally would, but I got a lot done for a short period of time. I think it took me a little over 3 days to complete from start to finish, and I was very satisfied with the results. After I took pictures, I posted it to our family's lodge page, and they were ecstatic that this dresser is going to last another generation. Remember, if you have any questions at all in regards to what I did, what products I used, or just anything that pops into your head that you want to know more about, please comment and I will get back with you. I hope you guys love the results of this project as much as I do. And if you're the kind of person that just loves a good transformation video, like and subscribe because I will be posting 3 times a month with some reels and shorts along the way. Stay tuned for next time. I gotta sneeze. I think it went away. Rebuke. And for those of you who thought maybe I was a little bit dramatic about thinking I heard a bear, I have very good reason to think that I might have heard a bear. And one of the biggest things is in northern Michigan, there was an extreme ice storm that basically annihilated the forest and really exposed the wildlife. We had been getting a lot of reports that there was bears in the area and to be careful. And my husband and my children were out on a trail. I was already thinking, hey, don't run into a bear. And then I heard a and I immediately thought, it's a bear. But it wasn't. And even if it was, it's just a black bear. I totally know what to do when I see a black bear. Psych, have no clue.